474. D rating's a 7. I feel like it's been a while since I got back to the 7s. And today, at jury duty, got back and was ready to go. Did walk the pup, which was fine, and then I told myself, okay, 6:30, we're going for a run. And I've been thinking about it probably the last 24 or 48 hours, and I decided if I can get in this solid week, I'm just going to do a base phase. So the base phase is going to be, at least the way I was taught, was to do, let's just say you start out like at 10 minutes. So you do 10 minutes, and then every week you just add on 7 minutes. So 10, 17, what was it, 24. I think that's kind of, well, technically it says you go by 7, so 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. But since I did 3 miles pretty much all last week, I'm just gonna start there with 3 and try to go to 4, and then go to 5 and 6 and so on. So unofficially starting a base phase right now. So as of right now, 4 miles yesterday, 4 miles today, which is good. Which is, it's kind of weird too. I know yesterday I ate all the junk with candies and sugars, and today I had like a little bit. Only had 1 pack of Oreos, and I think I had 1 little small pack of M&Ms. But yesterday's run was at 8:30 at night, and today's run was at 6:30. So plenty of sunlight left, really warm. But for some reason I felt better. I did kind of soak my hat in the water before I left. It was, while I was going down the stairs, it was still kind of dripping. It was just like a little bit, like almost like a loose faucet, just like a little drip, drip, drip. And then I was just, with that, after about a mile, it just kind of kicked in, and I said, okay, like I feel it's warm, but I'm fine. And it was more just mentally going, and I felt better every mile. I think I got in, last week, or sorry, yesterday was 32 minutes. So I think it's right around 8-minute pace. And then today was 7:30 average, 7:26 as the average pace per mile. And the first one was 7:43. And after I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm not bad, I'm alright. And then 7:35 was the second. And then I went 7:18, and then 7:03. So a little bit of like a light progression. It was not intentional, but it felt great, even though it was warmer. But I think it also helped because, I mean, I've been training for about a year now, where a majority of my runs have been at 6:30, especially with the group runs. So I think that helped. It was just almost an internal clock saying my body was like, okay, at 6:30 we're ready. As opposed to 8:30, 9 o'clock, my body's kind of telling me it's time to wind down, it's time to eat. And I think today I was able to just say, okay, I can walk the dog, come back, change, get ready to go for the run, and just get out the door and go. And it proved to be a smart move. I felt great after the run. Came back, rinsed off, and then started making some pasta. So I had regular spaghetti noodles, and then I had some like raviolis, but it was with spinach and feta. No, not feta. Spinach and not mozzarella. There's another cheese I'm thinking of, and it was in the ravioli, and I'm totally spacing it. Then I had some meatballs that I cooked separately, and I kind of cut them in quarters or halves and then put them on the pasta. That was fantastic. And then I even got garlic bread, which was I mean, I love garlic bread. I feel like I can have that as a snack every other day and be fine. That's why I had that and felt good. And then I said, okay, I'm going to sit down for 20-30 minutes, go walk the dog, and then come back and then cut my hair. Well, obviously the hair is the same length, so to not cut my hair, I was thinking about tomorrow morning doing it, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to wake up, walk the dog, come back, cut my hair, and then get to jury duty on time. So gonna possibly push it off for tomorrow. It's just too late right now. I know with how long it is, it's going to take me a little bit longer to kind of even everything out. So normally it takes me about an hour to hour and a half on the long end. So I'm sure right now it's going to be at least an hour and a half, and then try to rinse off. It's going to be at least another 5 to 10 minutes, and then clean up another 10-15 minutes. So that's 2 hours that I don't want to be awake. So it would put me at least 1:30, and I don't want to be up that late again. So I'm gonna call it a night. Got in 2 sets of push-ups, 30 each, 4 sets of chin-ups, so 10 each. So I feel like I'm slowly building it back up, where the push-ups are getting a little bit stronger. I felt like the last week I was really taking a nosedive, where the 30 just felt not uncomfortable, but not as smooth. I felt like my form was starting to fade a little bit, and even my shoulders were just not in the right form. So I feel like this week it's going to be a little bit more of a progression, building back into it, and then hopefully next week get in to 50 or 60 pull-ups, and then maybe do an extra set of push-ups, so 90 push-ups all together. But I'm just trying to take it in stride as a process. I don't want to jump back into it and then dive back down. And the pup's over here looking through everything. Komomo, what are you doing? So I think that's a thing, kind of along with the base phase. I'm trying to build it up slow so I can maintain the strength, don't get injured. I think it's gonna be the same thing with the fitness, with push-ups, pull-ups. I might try to somehow add dips and then get back into curls and like back extensions, that kind of a thing, seated row, all those things. Just slowly start adding them back in, to the point where I can just alternate and maybe do 3 or 4 lifts a day. I don't know how that's going to work yet. I think it's going to kind of see what happens when we get there. Don't have it completely planned out, but kind of start with the base phase with running during the summer, slowly increase the fitness with exercises with lifts, and we'll just see how the body's feeling. Again, this is probably like the most I've done consecutive kind of chin-ups, pull-ups, push-ups. Whereas before I was just doing push-ups to do push-ups. Now I think I'm trying to do it to build off of something. So I don't think I'm going to keep doing, I think once I get to 100, 150 again, I'm going to kind of break it up and say, okay, maybe one day do 150, the next day do like 50, but do other lifts that supplement that. So I'm gonna kind of play around and see what I'm struggling with and what I like to do, because I want to keep it fun, but also keep it something that challenges me at the same time. So we'll see where we build off of that. But that's where I'm at today. I felt great. I know the last couple of days I felt like running was maybe not the great option right now, but today was a good choice. I think if I can get this weekend with another week of base phase and then build off this, I'll be more confident knowing what I'm doing. And I think the last 4 or 5 days I'm just like, why am I running right now? I don't have any races planned. I don't have any groups to run with. Running doesn't feel good mentally. a little bit physically. I mean, just small ailments, right? Like the Achilles was kind of bothering me, and the turf toe. But I think bounce back. I think we're gonna be okay. Today was definitely a push in the right direction, so we'll see what happens. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.